Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today we're going to be assembling a 3D printed kit I found online. It's under the name of O-Scale Modular Building Kit. I am going to be designing my own buildings in the Blender app, but that is time consuming. The pieces you see in front of you probably took 3 to 4 days of printing time to get. We have 4 different pieces. We have our door front down here. We have our 3 window piece, which is pretty much 99% of the building. We have our top cornice pieces that go along the top of the roof. And we have our column supports that hide all the transition lines. I am using a Bamboo Lab P1S printer to print these pieces. The whole purpose of printing these is to simulate a large city in the passenger area of my O-Scale model railway. You'll have to forgive the mess. It is a work in progress. I will also be modeling and designing full 3-dimensional buildings that will come out from the wall and go along anywhere. So far, I will also be designing full 3-dimensional buildings that will be placed outwards on the layout and not against the wall as a building front. But that's later to come. Give you guys a quick close-up of the individual bricks in detail on each one of these pieces. I'm just using basic tools to assemble this, like a right angle and my handy dandy favorite, Gorilla Super Glue. We now have our 3rd floor constructed. I'm going to be adding some form of paper behind this here. These are sticking to the foldable table I'm building it on, and I'm breaking it trying to remove it. So it's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. After completing the 4th floor, I can see it will be beneficial to stop printing these piece by piece like you're seeing in front of you and start printing them to fill the printer bed so I have less transition lines. The pillars that hide the transition lines must be aligned perfectly, and I've noticed a couple of them I didn't do the best job placing them. This is time consuming to assemble, so just to save time in future builds, I'm going to try to fill the printer bed rather than print piece by piece. Now that all the floors are together, as you can see, I'm going to start adding the side brace pieces to keep it fully supported and so that I have enough room to add interior lighting. In order to do so, I'm going to be using a clamp because I will have to stand these up like so and add the side piece on the side like so. After some trial and error, the clamp didn't work as good as I thought it would. I found it's best to attach this corner support column, and by doing so, it gives the sidewall a channel to sit in, and then you just use the 90 from the back. A few floors are now constructed. Each floor is not joined to the one below it. I'm going to do that later. It will require some more alignment. I now have the majority of the building together. I need filler putty in a few areas to hide the gaps, but I just wanted to mention that if you're going to print a building this large, make it so that each piece fills your entire printer bed and you don't have to print so many individual pieces like shown here. The more you put the pieces together and they're not a true 90-degree angle, the more errors you'll notice. Now, this is going to sit in the background and you probably won't notice all the errors, but me, the person who assembles it, I see every single one of them. Another thing that helps for filling these joints is getting the correct filler putty. This one with the nozzle on the end works far better. This is from Vallejo, by the way, than this AK brand, which just spews out the end like this. Here's our last look at the building before going into the paint booth. It did take quite a bit of filler putty like I had anticipated due to the numerous amounts of pieces involved in building a building of this size. Like I said, I would recommend filling your printer bed and this entire piece that I just outlined being able to be printed in one piece. Overall, I used at least a tube of filler putty and a whole bottle of Gorilla Glue. Got the bricks painted red on the apartment building. Time to add some parchment paper over top of all the windows. So here's my completed 1/48 scale building front. There's many more things you could do to it, like add lights, do some whitewashes, and fill in the mortar lines. I might do that later on, but for now, I'm just going to get this out on the layout. If you liked this video, found it helpful, entertaining, have any feedback you want to add, comment below. If not, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Till next time.